If you're restoring a classic car or a classic truck, you don't want to throw a junkyard axle in there, do you, Chase?
Nope.
Oh, that's just silly. So the good news is that East Coast Gear Supply has new axles that are designed to look like the original axle that would be underneath that vehicle. So run me through some of the options people have.
Almost any. Some, we know offhand. Others will have to get specs from you. But this is an example of early model Bronco.
Yep.
This could be an early model Bronco rear. Obviously 9-inch with no leaf springs on it. I'm not sure what it's slated for, but tons of options. This is like K5, K10 front axle. And then this, again, not sure what it's for, but, leaf spring vehicle. You want a little bit bigger than maybe what came in it. Get a Dana 60 with a nice brake kit on it. Tell us what you want, and then we'll build it.
So you could do like the newer center.
Yep.
That has all the upgrades that you want. Because the newer centers obviously are better, but the older vehicles had much smaller axle tubes.
Correct.
So if you're looking for that look, you can do that. You can mix and match that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of what we see is CJs is another big one. You got a restoration project, you start looking at the axles, they need to be rebuilt, and you start trying to find all the parts and pieces to do this and the cost, and you still want to pull it out, get it sandblasted, get it powder coated because you're going for this new look. And at the end of the day, we can just send you a crate and it's ready to bolt in.
Yeah, and even though it's got upgraded center sections, the tubes and everything out to the wheel is still going to be that classic style, right?
Correct, yeah. 5 on 5.5, 6 on 5.5, any of those, older, well, let's say 1500 series, half ton, we have wheel end packages for that. And instead of trying to rebuild and renew something that's, 60, 70 years old.
Yeah, you might not even be able to get parts for some of them.
Correct, yeah.
So this way you're getting all the new, modern upgrade at the center where it's important. You're going to have ring gear, carrier, locker options if you want them. Now, that's something I should talk about. If someone doesn't want a locker and they just want open diff in this thing because it's a show Jeep or something, that's they can do that as well, right?
Absolutely. A lot of our front axles in particular on the Restos are open. Most of the time we'll put limited slips in the rears because they do want that traction because most of the Resto projects also have pretty hot motors in them.
Yeah. So you get the benefit of having the limited slip in the rear, still open in the front, especially good for a Bronco, all the small size and everything. But the fact that that's a full bolt-in just for a Bronco, that's got to be a lot nicer for the Bronco guy trying to restore his rig.
Absolutely. Plus, we're still going to do some caster adjustments, pinion angle adjustments, because especially like with the Scouts, they came from the factory with no caster, no pinion angle.
Yeah.
Even with a little lift, it becomes a problem without trying to add caster to it. And like in the Scout, when you add caster, your pinion angle actually goes negative.
Yeah.
So we'll make all those little adjustments and build it for your project, and you really have the perfect brand new axle for it.
And that also would go into like the classic Chevy pickup trucks. If someone's restoring like an old Squarebody and they want 8-inch leaves on it and they've done a whole bunch of lift, instead of them having to throw shims underneath the leaf pack, you can fix all that for them if you know what lift they're messing with, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. If you're restoring classic ride and you want new axle technology with old school looks, East Coast Gear Supply's got you covered.